you want to run any practicing with them, or you feel pretty confident?
That's what I just wanted to make sure of. So the first question is going to be, what do you look for in a funeral home? And it's pretty much going to be, look for feedback, whether it's online or references from family or friends. Visit the funeral homes and, see if they have a friendly staff and if they're knowledgeable enough. Find out about their, I'm trying to think of what you said the last one was.
Oh, the three points.
Yeah.
Reputation, so that would be going online, reading reviews, seeing what they've done. Second is experience or expertise.
Okay.
Or how long have they been in the business, or, and then finally the last one is quality of service, and that was probably going to be the biggest, friendliness and just the ease of the process, and whatever you'd like. So those 3 points. Mention those, and then elaborate about 30 seconds to 45 seconds on each one, because in question number 1, we are really building up your credibility and your showing that you're the expert in this area. So you're giving advice on what they need to do. And in the first question, just make sure that you don't say the words like I, us, our. Talk about if you're giving advice to someone in another state, what you would tell them to do. And then question number 2, go back over those 3 points, but now share about the experience if they chose your funeral home. And now you're painting that picture of what it would be, what they would see when they go online, which you have great reviews online, what they see if they go, and I believe you even have testimonials on your site as well. I think I saw that on there. So you have those there. Then your expertise and experience, whatever you'd like to share around that, and your background. You have a degree, and it's whatever you'd like to say in that area. They think it can make a big difference. And then the last question: did you think about something for them to take action? Do that free
planning guide booklet
training. Great.
Yeah.
So then share just a little bit about that, and focusing on the benefits. So when you're sharing about it, everyone likes something free, but when sharing about it, share about the benefits, which would probably mean maybe I don't know if it's a checklist, or it just will make the process easier. You know what to do step by step, or whatever will make a big difference. And then I will put up the link and the phone number so they can get that. And then the other thing is, are they going to be going on the website? Is there a picture for them to click on to download it, or are they going to be sending you an email or phone?
There is an email link already on our website.
Oh, okay.
So it's already underneath the pre-planning website.
Oh, okay, great. So then what I will do is I will put that longer link right underneath this video.
Okay.
So it won't fit on the entire video that little lower. It doesn't even look good. Someone's not going to write that all down. They're going to click the link below. So I'll make sure to put the correct link below the video that will have them go directly over to that free offer page on your site. Great. Let's see. The other thing, let's pull down your screen a little bit so it's not as maybe having like an inch or 2 above your head. There we go. That looks better. Yes. Let me go back to clicking on your screen. There we go. Yes, that looks a lot better. Is your camera right at your eye level, or is it a little below your eyes? The camera lens?
A little bit low.
Do you have a book that you could prop up your computer on? Okay, that might solve. Maybe a 2-inch book.
Yep.
And then now kind of pull down the screen a little bit. Oh, there we go. That looks much better. Yes.
Okay.
Maybe pull it down just a little bit more, because when you sit back, then there's still a lot more space at the top. It just will frame your face a lot better. There we go. Perfect. Okay, great. Are you ready?
I hope so.
You can do this. Have you done videos like this before?
No. Completely.
Well, the first one is definitely the most challenging, and I I love it when I see, people that I've met with doing these interviews. I see them posting more videos on their website or online after learning this. So I hope that you continue to do this, and you learn hangouts, you learn how to do these things, and it'll make a big difference, with educating the people that are, choosing a funeral home and everything. So everything is all set up and all good to go. So I'm just going to start.
Okay.
And then, is it Brater or Brater?
It's Brater Winter.
Brater Winter. Brater Winter. You know what? I didn't put on the title. I wrote Brater Funeral Home. It's Brater Winter Funeral Home?
It is, but our website is just Brater Funeral Home. Or
Oh,
Brater
okay.
page.
Okay. I was going to say, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to restart the whole hangout. But if it is your website, that should probably be
our website is still braterfh.com.
Okay, so
or braterfuneralhome.com. Either one, it gets you there.
Okay, great. So when I introduce, I will use the full Brater Winter Funeral Home. But for this video, it's okay. I shorten it with the Brater Funeral Home, which it should be still fine for searching because that's the same as the website. And so
exactly. And anytime they search, if they search Brater Winter Funeral Home, it's going to come to ours. Or if they just search Brater Funeral Home, it's going to come to us as well.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Excellent. So I'm going to keep it on my screen, and if we need to redo anything, don't worry about it. We just start back over, and we'll go back through all the interview questions, and then you get some practice. No, I think that you'll do great. I think we'll do it in one shot. So, and then, the other tip, make sure that when we're interviewing, don't look down at me on the screen, or else it looks like you're looking down. Look at the camera lens the entire time.
Okay.
Okay, bring back over here.
Hold on for a second, because I'm going to tape up my points that I have to hit right behind me.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, I am Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and today I am joined by Jolene Winter from Brater Winter Funeral Home. Hi, Jolene.
Hi, Liz. Thanks so much for having me today.
Thank you for being on here today. So today we're focusing on, how to choose a funeral home, and I know that people are going online right now, and they are Googling funeral homes. And I would love to know, what is your advice to these people that are going online, and how do they choose a really great funeral home?
Well, Liz, I think the first thing is, it is so hard. There's so many funeral homes out there, and you never know which one to choose. But I think the first thing is you always have to look at the feedback online, of feedback on their website if they have any, feedback from any of the other things that are out there. So that would be my first thing. Second is actually visiting the funeral homes and seeing how the staff reacts to you and how they treat you, whether this is in a prearrangement status or if a death has occurred. The biggest part of it is you want to choose someone that's actually caring. And the third thing is the experience of the funeral home staff. Many funeral homes, sometimes they don't use licensed funeral directors. So you always have to make sure that you find out, are the people that you're dealing with licensed, or are they just helpers that help out? But you want to know how long they've been in the business, how long they've been around. That is the biggest part when choosing a funeral home. That's what I tell people all the time.
Oh, that is great. Thank you for sharing that with us. And, I would love to know, what is the experience like if someone chose your funeral home? What experience would they have?
Well, I think the first thing is whenever we have anybody that comes in, whether they call or whether they come into the funeral home, the biggest thing, at least the differences that we've heard from families, is that, we will stop whatever we're doing. Obviously, if we have a funeral going on, we're not going to stop that. But if there's anything else that we're doing, we're going to stop what we're doing and actually answer any of their questions that they have. we want to help them and work with them to create a meaningful service, whatever those situations are. So that's the biggest thing. I think that for our staff, our online feedback that we've gotten about our staff is wonderful. People have always said, even the things that are out there, that we go above and beyond all of, whatever is expected, we're going above and beyond it. So that's been great. And the families, our surveys that we get back from families as well, they have said it's just wonderful. The experiences of little things that we give to families as a memento of the service.
Oh, that is great.
All right.
You want to start back over?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to try to go on, and I was like, I think she kind of wants to start back over, so we'll just see.
I didn't answer that how I wanted to answer that.
No worries. That was amazing for your first shot at filming. Woohoo! That's okay. No, you did really, really great. I would talk a little bit more in question number 1, just a little bit longer for each of the points, and maybe go into. I know you talked about the licensing. Okay. I mean, the question that I almost asked you another question about it, but what came up for me when you shared, I'm like, oh, well, how do I know what license they're supposed to have, and do they really have it if I'm going and looking at their website? Because I noticed on your website it was very clear, like it looks like everyone's very educated and they're in their right positions, they have all the criteria, but that was just a question that popped up for me, and so maybe that would pop up for one of the viewers while they're watching it, so maybe just do a little bit more in those, but everything else was perfect and great.
Sorry.
No worries. So the point, do you have it written down for the last one? Okay, good.
Do, and I'll just go. I have experience in, and then how long, and licensed staff, and I'll remember to do that one as well.
And then let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Okay.
Okay, great. We'll start back over again. Hi, I am Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and today I am joined by Jolene Winter from Brater Winter Funeral Home. Hi, Jolene.
Hi, Liz. Thanks so much for having me today.
Thank you for being on our segment today. So I want to jump right in. I know that people are going online. They're looking for a funeral home. So I would love to know, what advice would you give to this person that's going online, they're Googling, and trying to choose a really great funeral home?
Well, Liz, there's so many different funeral homes out there, and the biggest part is, you want to look on feedback online, or whether they have references, whether they have testimonials on their website or not, and then also if there's the listings of feedback from the funeral homes. So that would be my first thing. My second would be visit the funeral homes. At the time, whether it's on a prearrangement or if somebody actually has passed away, sometimes phone calling people in the funeral homes, it's not just all about price. One of the things that I've learned is when families, I always tell families, go and actually see the funeral home and see the staff and meet the staff, because the staff is going to be helping you through this whole entire process. That is the one key thing. The staff really makes the difference in any funeral home and the whole experience. And the third thing is the experience of the staff. Whoever you do talk to and sit down, whether you're talking to them on the phone or in person, should be a licensed funeral director. And in the state of Ohio, I'm 3 states licensed, so every state is different. But in the state of Ohio, you need to be a licensed funeral director to actually meet with families. And when you're doing that, you just want to make sure that they are a licensed funeral director. And somewhere in the funeral home, they have to, by law, have a license, have their license displayed. And if they are a licensed funeral home and they don't have any problems with the state, they actually will have their funeral home license as well. So that would be my 3 things when talking and looking at different funeral homes that you want to make sure that you do look into.
Yes, those 3 points would make a big difference. You can make sure that you make the right decision for choosing a funeral home. So, Jolene, what type of experience do people have, working with you and your staff?
Well, I think the first thing is when families come in, we're pretty laid back. I'm a completely different funeral director, and my staff is changing and being different. And what I mean by different isn't, I will reply to the cookie cutter funerals. I'm not a cookie cutter funeral type of a funeral director. I want to make all of the funeral arrangements special for the family. So when we first sit down and we meet with a family, I'm talking more about them, about the life of the person, to make it more of an experience. So that'd be my first thing, of the experiences of that families get right off the bat, that we are different from other funeral homes. The second thing that families have really said is that all the staff that they deal with are licensed funeral directors. We have one licensed apprentice that she will be licensed in July, and the other gentleman that we have, he's been licensed for 44 years, and I've been licensed for 20 years. So between all of us, we have some education on our backside as well. So when you're choosing, from when families come in here, that's one of the big differences. And the replies that we have gotten from our surveys from families is that we go above and beyond. Even after the funeral, and this is one of the things that we stand out that's a little bit different than any funeral home around, is after a funeral, we don't just say goodbye at the cemetery. We are the ones that are calling the next week, and we're following up with the family to make sure that they're contacting Social Security, and a lot of the times we're actually going through a checklist with them to help them with all of the little details that they need to complete after the death has occurred. And that's typically, Liz, when people are not in the right frame of mind. So that's what we're really there for. So we really kind of carry them through this difficult time.
Well, yes, I have read some of those reviews that are online, and that is one thing, is going above and beyond. And I mean, following up with the families after the funeral, that's amazing. Just service, just going above and beyond. And I know that you have something really special for the families that start to work with you. So why don't you tell us more about that?
Well, one of the things that we have for families, and I think this is a big part, is talking about funerals is always a difficult thing. Really, nobody really wants to talk about it. But the biggest part, and when we're starting to talk about that, is you really want to go, and we actually have a free planning guide booklet that allows you as your family to sit down and record what you want for your funeral arrangements. And this isn't at our funeral home, but if you want us to help you walk through that, we are more than welcome to do that. But the free planning guide booklet is something that you can do in your house, and you can talk about it. And one of the things that I always suggest is writing down some of the special memories that you have that you can pass on to your generations. And that the planning guide booklet allows you to do that too.
Oh, that is excellent. I know that list planning guide booklet is good for, pre-planning, or, right at if the death has occurred and you're scrambling to get everything all planned out and ready to go. So I know that applies to both of them. And so why don't you tell us, how do they get this? Where do they go?
You can actually go to our website, www.braterfuneralhome.com, and on the pre-arrangement, there's a pre-arrangement tab on there, a pre-planning tab. They can click on that pre-planning tab, and on there there's a link that basically says, I would like a pre-planning guide. And you can click on that, put in your email information, and we will get that out to you.
Excellent. I also put your phone number right here on my screen. It's also below this video, and I did put a link to that direct guide right below this video. And I just want to thank you so much, Jolene, for doing this interview with us today. I had a lot of fun and learned a lot, and I know that the person that's watching this right now, you definitely made a big difference as they are planning their funeral arrangements.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Liz. I do appreciate it today.
Perfect. We got it.
All right. Yay!
Yay! You did it. How are you feeling?
I'm kind of. It's one of those things when wow. It's just. It was. I don't know if I ever told you this, but the lady that called me last week or 2 weeks ago when we first did this, I was just thinking about doing this, and so it was kind of one of those things that it all kind of came together at the same time, and I'm like, Wonderful.
Perfect. No, she didn't tell me that. No, she didn't. But that's excellent that you're thinking about doing this, and we actually did it. I know if you've never done a video before, sometimes it's a little scary, but you did great. Especially this one's live, so we
Exactly.
got to get in one shot. It's a lot different than filming one on your iPhone, and you just keep recording it over and over and over and over and over again. I heard a client of mine. I think he filmed like 42 videos. That's the most I've heard of one video. 42 retakes. Oh man, so you did really great. We only had one retake, and that was perfect. And so what we need to do next is film one more little short filming, which is filming your video testimonial of everything that we've done up here so far. So if you have a pen, I'm going to teach you how the 4W video testimonial.
Okay.
So this is something that is great for you to also, teach your staff, and so that any time that they hear, a compliment or someone just being very thankful, or for the services, that we call that a referable moment. Referable moment is when you can ask them for a review, a written testimonial, a video testimonial, or even ask them for a referral, because I'm sure that's how you get a lot of your families that you work with is from referrals, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and so the 4 W's, I'll tell you what the 4 W's are, and then I'll go in and tell you what each one is. The first one is who. The second is where. The third one is what. And then the fourth is why. So pretty simple. That's probably something that your kids, who, what, where, how. It's simple. That's the goal, because video testimonials, people are like, I don't know what to say. So this makes it really simple, and you can get someone to give you a testimonial in just 30 seconds. So the first one, the who, is who are you? So say who you are. Say, I'm the owner of Brater Winter Funeral Home, and then say where you are. So you're in Ohio, and then say for the what part, say what benefits did you receive?
Okay.
So benefits, just to review what we've gone over so far. I know you haven't seen the final cut of the video, so you want to talk about that because you haven't seen it yet. You don't know how many not clients, but how many new families you're working with because of the video. You don't know that yet. All we've done is you've learned how to do Google Hangouts. We filmed this video expert interview with you. You also learned a little bit about reputation on the first training. Today we're going to dive in more. We're going to look at some more strategies for you. So anything around there. And then the final one is why would you recommend us to someone? So whatever you'd like to say around that, whether it be like process was easy, I was nervous to film a video, and they made me feel comfortable. Just whatever experience you had working with myself, which I'm Liz, Adam, or I think that's everyone that you've met from our team. Adam is new, so thank you so much for. He normally makes the phone calls to schedule the appointments, and this week we've been working on training him. So I'm sure you've trained people too, being in the business.
That's what I used to do, is train. So yeah.
Okay, and sometimes it's kind of hard, but you gotta learn somehow. You gotta throw them into the wolves. You weren't a wolf, so you're very nice.
Too. I'm pretty laid back, so.
You're very nice. I didn't throw him in. Someone else threw him into someone else, which was like a LASIK surgeon who has like 4 degrees, and I'm like, oh man, poor guy. You're easy. But, okay. Okay, great. So I'm going to put myself on mute. You can start whenever you're ready, and then if you want to redo it again, just start again. But I'm going to put myself on mute so it doesn't come over to my screen while you're talking.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jolene Winter from Brater Winter Funeral Home in Cincinnati, Ohio. I wanted to let you know today that Business Trends did a really great job of training me, kind of learning about Google Trends, how to do the chats, and just all about reputation and how reputation really helps your online business. And I definitely recommend them helping you And I'm looking so much forward to doing more of these as well. They train me so great at this. Thank you so much. Is that enough?
Perfect. That was great. Yeah, that's enough.
Short
and simple. Yeah, short and simple. That's the great thing about video is that, you know, when you can get past, okay, we're filming right now, you get past that and you just speak from your heart. That's what comes off the most natural, and that's what people online like to see. There are, you know, very expensive videos. You can pay a lot for them, but the studies are showing that videos like this, where you have the background of your funeral home behind you. It's you, your personality. They're getting to know you. That's what people want to see. They don't want to see perfect lights all over the place. There's a time and a place for those, you know, really professional, expensive videos, but this is the kind that are the best, and they're the most genuine and believable. Excellent. So we did great. So we've got a little bit more time to go into training. I did finally that page loaded. I guess there was a lot of information it was pulling. Normally it goes a lot quicker, but I am going to, let me pull up, copy and paste that phone number again. So I guess we could start off with that report again, going over that, or did you want me to go over that later?
No, that would be fine.
Okay, great. Let me pause this. Let me pull this back over here. Okay. Minimize that. Let's go back over here. Okay, so I just pulled your phone number.
Okay.
And I know this is pulling up the other page. Well, that's going on. Yeah, it's doing the same thing that I did the other day where it was taking a little bit longer than normal. There we go. Great. Let's pause this video. Okay, so so we already saw that this is not you bought this. Now, was it family business?
It was, yes. I mean, it's not my family. I purchased the business from John Brater.
Okay, okay. And so then you kept Brater Winter, so then people would, you know, still see the name.
Exactly. Well, by law, I have to put my name on it. So I have to put the winter name on it. So the name of the funeral home actually changed from, it's been it was John C. Brater like 2 years ago. And then we changed it just to Brater Funeral Home, and then we added the Brater Winter Funeral Home name on it. Just
Oh,
like
okay.
2 months.
Yeah, I think that's a good move for the Brater Winter. So it's still what people are used to seeing.
Yeah.
You know, they see the Brater, which that's what they're used to, and then seeing your last name in there too. Great. So the reputation report that is pulling up, this is pulling the information for your phone number, your address, and that's the correct address, right?
Yep.
I'm going to keep this on my screen so it doesn't keep flipping back and forth. There we go. Okay, and so what is really important about this first part right here is online, this is called NAP, N-A-P, name, address, phone. So online, you want your NAP to be the same across every platform. So with this report, it's good. There's no bad reviews that it pulled up, so that's great. You know, I know this is pulling from another page. You have other pages as well, but there's good reviews that are online, so that's excellent. Over here, this is the reach. So this is your reach, and this is you know, how people are finding you effectively and efficiently. So you have listings that are unclaimed, inaccurate, or not found on 60% of your major local directories.
Okay.
So this could mean, one, there's duplicates, and so Google, if this, our system here, which is pretty good, we have some great software people put together this program in the system, but if Google is not pulling this information, we're not pulling it accurately, the most like when people are looking up funeral homes in your area in Cincinnati, or you're in Cincinnati, right? Or Harrison's part of that?
Harrison is like 15 minutes away from Cincinnati.
Okay.
No,
Okay, great.
In that area.
So yeah, just making sure everything is listed the same. So it's saying 0 accurate, and most likely that's because there's duplicates, and so these are the ones that are the most popular that you definitely want to be on and create. Okay. So so I'm not going to go over all these because you already know this is kind of pulling up his stuff and your stuff, and so I did ask some of our fulfillment. So Adam, the guy that was on with us the other day, he actually mostly works behind the scenes. So he's like a guy that helps out with like this stuff and getting things claimed. So I asked him after we got off, like, I mean, what advice would he say, or what does he do in the back end when he helps, clients that have multiple listings? And he said, yeah, that's the first thing that they do is they either take down the duplicate listings, or they change around the information on the original one and then take down if there was a new one, if they wanted to keep those reviews that were on there. So that was the same advice that I gave you the other day, but I wanted to see what he said. So that would be something that would make a big difference, is to do that, and then it'll be easier to find you online. And then also Google loves it when they see the same pictures, address, phone number, and your name across all these platforms, and they're going to choose to show you more often when you have that taken care of. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Great. So I'm going to share this. We're going to go quick through the beginning slides because it's all review, and we've got 13 minutes to get through, I think, 12 slides. I think we can definitely do that. So I'm going to go quick. If you have questions, definitely interrupt me, and I'll be probably, let's see, I don't know if I'll show you the website pages again. I think I showed you everything I wanted to in your business pages. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't show you this one over here. Right here. So this is so when I just Googled, the 2 pages are still popping up.
Yeah.
Right here. So if this one was gone, then right here would be your Google Plus page. So it would have your logo. Because there's 2 that are showing up, it's a map. But if it's just the one showing up here, then it will have...
Well, actually, those 2 are 2 locations. I have
2 locations.
Yeah, so I have 2 funeral homes. And
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
now
so
it's showing up.
The Seifert, Hartig, and Brater, the reason why I have, I mean, and this could be a bad thing or not a bad thing, but this funeral home, the Seifert, Hartig, and Brater, people in that area have started, the funeral home name now is Brater Winter Funeral Home, but the old timers still call it Seifert.
Okay.
And so I kind of left the Seifert, Hartig, and Brater name still out there because I still want people to know that that's us.
Yes, I think that's a great move. Oh, I didn't realize you had 2 locations. So no, for having 2 locations, yes, you do want to have 2 Google Plus pages. You do want to have 2 Yelp pages, two of everything. And having a different name, that's okay, because think about doctor's offices. They have, if there's 2 locations, they have 2 locations and there's different doctors and there's a different staff. And so you want to get reviews, you want to get feedback on everything that's there. So it is good that you have 2 like that, but that also means having someone on your staff to monitor it and keep track of it. But how you have it set up here I think is great. I would just, with this one right here, since this is the one that you changed to Brater Winter, if you can get the login information for this, you may already have it, but if you can get the login information for this, then add the winter here.
Okay.
And then it would link up because you're not using the John C. anymore,
Yeah.
really anywhere else. And then it would be more branding for the Brater winter. It would match here. So you have there, yes.
Yeah.
So Angie's List, that would be another one if you could go in and just change the name a little bit, which I'm sure you could probably get the login information or figure it out or just say that you bought the business and you could get that. But okay, yeah, I wanted to go over that. So great. So 2 locations there. That makes sense now from when I was looking in to what was going on. Okay, great. So we're going to go through these real quick, these first slides, and let me make sure that I can see the time so I can get you out of here on time so you can go hang out with your family, right, and celebrate. Let me see. Okay, so taking a look at these 3 services that are virtually identical, if you're going on Google, which one would you buy?
You're going to opt the third one.
The third one, yes, the one that has those gold stars, and that is exactly what your families do when they go online. They are looking for a company that is reputable, that has great service, no matter what time of year it is, no matter what is going on. That's because they want to have work with a reliable company that's going to deliver that same 5-star service all the time. So the other question that I wanted to review is, how many bad reviews does it take to get a bad reputation?
Just one.
You're right. It just takes one. So at any time, you're only one family away from getting a bad review, which would give you a bad reputation. And so this would also mean that, if there are bad reviews online, that could take someone off of your website page or the Google listing, and then they could go and look at someone else's Google listing. That was the other thing I didn't check out. Let's go check it now, is when we type in funeral home, oops, where did the page go? When we type in funeral home Cincinnati, I want to see what, are you showing up in those? Oops.
Try funeral home Harrison rather than Cincinnati.
Wait, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, OH.
It's fine.
I've been to Ohio once. Where is the place that has the island, like a little island?
That's up in the north.
Okay, that's where I went. It was a lot of fun. It was like a little Disneyland and golf carts. Okay, great. So yes, this is excellent that you are pulling up here on this page. So when we type in funeral home, this is you, and then these are 3 other ones. One cool thing that's really great that we are talking, if you notice, there are no reviews for anyone here. So as soon as you start getting reviews, oh my goodness, they're going to see these stars showing up here. Mm-hmm. And they're going to see the reviews right here of how many reviews there are. And we'll go a little bit later on why that's important, but I just wanted to check this out. And then for Cincinnati, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know if we won't even show up. There's so many in Cincinnati.
Yes, but with what you're doing, look at this. There's no reviews here. There's one review. One review right here. So for you, you could totally get up here on this page by getting more reviews. They are, which I've actually never seen only one review. I mean, I haven't met with many people. You're my first person who owns a funeral home to meet with. I'm sure you can tell I'm not like, I don't know everything about it. When it comes to LASIK, yeah, I meet with lots of LASIK surgeons, and I have their business down packed. But here, this is something that would make a huge difference, is to be here and see those stars, and that'd be really cool. But okay, I got a little sidetracked. Let's jump in here.
Okay.
Oh man, I see it's 5 till already. This will probably take me about 10 minutes to go through. Is it okay if we run about 5 minutes over?
It's
Okay.
fine.
I'm going to go quick. I will not get distracted anymore, but hopefully took some notes on some steps to do.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the review. Marketing game changer number 1. 2 years ago, every business got their own Google Plus page, whether they wanted it or not. A lot of people don't know that they have it up there, but anyone with an address got their own Google Plus page. So if you search for any company name plus their city, you're going to see the reputation. So we just checked that out. We saw what shows up for you. So we did see a good reputation. We saw some stars on there. You saw, hey, I need to get some more Google reviews. But for the most part, you're ranking, which is great, and you're being shown for the Harrison location. And marketing game changer number 3 is that SEO, social media, pay-per-click, and local marketing, none of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. So what most people do is they, market their business by building a beautiful website, SEO, social, and focusing on social media. Then they say, hey, I need some stars, so I'm gonna get some reviews. But you're not really in control of what people are saying online. So you send them over to Yelp or to Google Plus, and who knows what they're going to write. You're hoping and praying that they will give you a good review, but they may not. So this is actually the wrong way you want to do things that we're finding here in 2014 is you want to flip-flop that. So first you really want to focus on building that 5-star reputation, and then market your reputation to get more customers. And so that's a lot more efficient way. So why is reputation so vital to a business? Well, consumers look at, on average, 10 reviews before making a decision. We looked at this part of the stat yesterday, which is 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. And this was done over at Demand Force. And so they're a huge review site, and they have lots of stats that they've done. And so this is something super important, which you just saw, that out of all the funeral homes in Cincinnati, there was 1 review on Google+. And Google is king when it comes to online. Google loves to toot their own horn. They love it when you use their services, especially like what we're doing now with this Google Hangout. So when you do a video and say, I would write this down, I would definitely do a video that you have the keywords Cincinnati, Ohio in it, and have that in there somewhere, funeral home, Cincinnati, Ohio, do a video and through Google Hangouts, and that would be a great one that, to try to get to pop up on that page 1. Because Google loves videos. They love it when you use their products and services, and that was something that I think would make a big difference for you, since I see that no one else is focusing on their reputation when I just did those 2 searches. So taking away from the slide is that without 6 5-star reviews, your business isn't trusted online. And I know that you're working with a lot of, you're working with the kids. Maybe the children are 30s to 60s or so is probably average age, but even the kids, they're going online, or even, more and more people are starting to go online to really check things out. Even if they're not big on social media, they don't have to have an account. They can just Google it and find it on there. So here is another study that was done over at UC Berkeley, and what they found is that ratings can increase a restaurant's business during peak hours by 19% by just increasing a half-a-star rating online. So if a restaurant industry can increase 19%, I know that you could definitely increase your business by having those stars, and getting those reviews. And whether it be one more family that you start working with, because once you get one family, they see the experience, they're going to keep coming back. So just having one family, makes a huge, huge difference, right?
Yep.
So what's reputation marketing? Let's see. Oh, yes, you said that you didn't know the other day. You're like, I don't know what that is, but this is our definition: building a 5-star reputation online and leveraging that reputation to get more customers. So how do we do that? I need to speed up. I need to talk quicker. So first is right here, this blue circle is creating the culture. So you create the culture by educating and inspiring your staff, because you're the owner of your business. You and your husband, and like that's your baby. You take care of it. You get 5-star service all the time. Doesn't matter what's going on in your day. You're going to deliver the best experience possible. Well, you want to create that same culture with your staff, and it sounds like you definitely have, and just continuing to inspire and educate them now that you've been learning about reputation as the next step. So that is the #1 spot. That's why when we're doing these Google Hangouts, it's our focus is educating you how to do the Google Hangout, how to do the interview, how to add these different strategies to your business, because education and knowing, what to do puts you one step above your competition. The next step is right up here, this red box, which is build a reputation to get reviews. So you can do that a bunch of different ways. You could send them directly to these pages over here to write a review, or what we suggest doing is sending them to a feedback page. And that feedback page would be, somewhere where they could fill out a little survey about their experience with the staff. And then when they start to write you a review or a comment, you can say, hey, if it's good, hey, do you want to leave us a review over on Yelp? And they can choose which one. And so that makes a big difference. It makes it just easier for them to leave a review, because sometimes people forget to go write a review or give feedback because they're busy. They're focusing on other things. The next part is to market your reputation through different strategies, sales strategies. So sales strategies working with your staff, your team, and then posting your reputation, all those good reviews online, on social media, on your website, having a combination of videos and written testimonials. I'm sure that you probably get cards or thank you notes too, and I've seen a few great businesses online that they'll take pictures of those actual letters or things and they'll put them online, and so it looks really genuine and real because it's not just the typed text there. And then the final step is to manage your reputation. So monitor and then engage with people that write you good reviews and people that write you poor reviews. So that's the final piece right there. And then you just repeat this over and over and over. So developing your 5-star reputation. A great way that I see for you to get started with this right now, I'm sure you're building an email list, so that's really great, and I'm sure that you have a list of addresses of who you've worked with. So you could send them a postcard and say, hey, we would love to have some feedback, and we'd love to have a review, and you can send them a postcard in the mail to your current or previous families that you've worked with, or having business cards at your funeral home, so that these business cards would remind them when they get home, oh yes, I want to give them a review. That was just an amazing experience. And then this link can be customized, so it goes specifically to whichever place you want them to leave you that review. Some other great things for you, email templates, because you're building that email list from that free report that you're giving out. You have email addresses, I'm sure, to communicate with everyone throughout the process, and so you could send out an email to them asking for a review, or having it just be something automatic that happens with the whatever your normal procedures are that your staff does for booking and just everything like that. So there's lots of other ones. Those are the ones that I want to highlight. Oh, here's a bigger picture of the review page that I was suggesting about how you can get feedback and everything like that, and then having a posting strategy to post that online, because if people don't see your reviews, and it's great that you have a section on your website that says testimonials, you have that section. A lot of businesses don't have that, but if people don't see your reviews, then it's kind of like those reviews aren't doing their job.
Yeah.
Because when someone sees a review, they're already sold, they're ready to go because they see all these great reviews, and then they meet you, they come see everything, they're like, okay, this is perfect. And let's see, how are we doing? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get through all of these things, but here's video review marketing.
Okay.
I'll just do this one last one. Website marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, mass marketing. You getting the picture? You want to be marketing your reputation in all these different areas. So I don't have time to get through all of the slides today, which I only had a couple more to go. The next thing is, let me just jump over to here, because that next slide is kind of long to go over. But what I want to do next is, if you're up for it, is put together a strategic step-by-step strategy for you to help you build a 5-star reputation. So this would take our team a couple days to do, and it would be problem solution. Here, let me move it to my face so you don't have to stare at the screen. It would be problem solution. So depending on, I know we found some problems already, which we saw, so they'll probably find some others, and then they put together a whole solution after it. So you get the whole report, I'll email it to you right after we meet, so then you'll have a checklist, because you sound like you like checklists. I like checklists too. They're great. And
Yeah.
it'll be all listed out so that, one, you could, give it to your staff, because I don't think you'd be doing this yourself. You give it to someone on staff that you think would do a great job in, like, leading this task force of the reputation. Two, you could say, hey, you know what, I want to hire out these pieces, and I'm going to, hire someone out to do these different pieces. Or number 3, say, hey, I want, business trends and them to help me with their reputation and do that. So those are 3 spots that you could be in. And then, so would you like to do that strategy session?
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay, excellent. So do you have your calendar up right now so we could schedule that?
Hold on for a second. Okay.
Okay, excellent. So how does your next week look?
Take your pick. Tuesday's bad day.
Okay, Tuesday.
Tuesday's not a good
And then
day.
are you better, I know that we have a 3-hour difference, and so is it better the mornings or afternoons?
Well, if we could do it like 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock your time, which would be 12 my time. 12 o'clock, so let me see, 12 o'clock. Let's see, I could do Monday at 12 or Wednesday at, at 12.
Let's do that. So
Which
that would
one, Monday or Wednesday? That's actually pretty good. I have Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 12 o'clock available. Everything else is pretty busy.
And that's 12 o'clock your time, so that's 3 o'clock my time.
That's what you said, right? 3 o'clock? Okay, good. I calculated it right. So, yes, we'll do 12 o'clock, but do you want Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday?
Let's do Wednesday.
Wednesday. Perfect. Okay, so I will put that in. I will send you an email confirmation.
Okay.
To the email that you gave me. We'll do it just like how we did it here with the Google Hangout. So I will send you the email, just an email with the link in there, and then we'll jump on. We won't be filming or anything like that, but at least with the Hangout, we can see each other, and I can show my screen, because I have to show you my screen the entire time as we're going over all the strategies. And so at that appointment, you don't have to take notes on everything that I say. If it's written on that report, you're going to get that right after we're finished meeting. But we will be diving more into your business, so definitely have a pen so you can take some notes, because I always add in extra stuff. So lucky you that you got to be a part of our beta program, because normally for strategy sessions we charge $4.97. And what we found is, doing the Hangout and the education as we're learning this whole how to do it and make it good, because we'll be charging for it soon. We're like, hey, we can't just end here, like with the Hangout. Let's go do some strategies on how to use this video. So you'll also get your video on that day as well. And so what I would definitely do, since you have a blog area on your blog, right?
On our website?
On your website, do you have an article area?
I don't know if we do, but I think you can put it on.
Okay, so that would be a great step. Maybe you could have someone start working on that, because once you get the video, to keep it ranked and keep it up on Google, I'm sure if you go, we should check right now. I wonder if it's pulling up yet. Or we were just there. I don't think it's pulling up yet. Maybe if you look later on, it will be ranking up there. But it would be great to have either a blog or an article or a place on your website. So right when we get the link and give you all the embed code and everything, you could have it up there. So then, because I've seen people after the interview, they forget and they don't do anything with it. I'm like, hello, we did all this hard work put up on your website, so that you can start getting more business. So great. Well, I'll let you get back to your family. I'm going to get back to mine too. And I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Liz.
Hey, great. Bye.
Bye.